Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I have a book review for you, and this is going to actually be on two books. It's the first two books in a series, and I was contacted by Putnam and asked if I would like to read and review these books, and I said yes. And those books are Maestra and Domina, and these are the first two books in a series that is written by Hilton. These books are both already released. The second book just came out in July, so these are both available now. And again, they were sent to me by Putnam, so thank you. So these are adult kind of suspense thriller books, and they follow a woman named Judith who is an art dealer, and she is living in London. So Judith was a very interesting character because by day she worked in an art gallery and she did appraisings and she was really into the art thing. That's kind of her passion. She worked in a gallery. But by night, Judith was kind of a high-class call girl, which I was not expecting. So one day Judith ends up discovering kind of a conspiracy and dealings of forgeries happening in her gallery. So she kind of immerses herself in the middle of everything and trying to figure out, who is doing this and why and where the real pieces are. And she really gets caught up in kind of like an underground art problem. And Judith ends up really kind of going on the run for her life. Not only that, and then she's also finding herself really just in the middle of everything and having to come up with aliases so that no one knows who she is, and it's just one whole big thing. That's really all I can tell you without spoiling anything. So I'm going to leave it at that. That is the premise of it. Now let me tell you what I thought. I did not like these books. And I am not the only one. I've seen a lot of negative reviews about these. And the reason for that, here's the reason that I didn't personally like them. I like the idea of kind of a femme fatale type thing, and that's kind of what she was portrayed as. She was a badass. She wasn't scared of anybody or anything. She would have sex with you and then kill you in the next scene, like that type of thing. I'm not against that. But I hated her as a character. I really did. She seemed to have two different personalities. It was very strange for me because during the day when she's working at this gallery, she's like this nice, quiet, like still a strong woman, but she worked in an art gallery and all that, and art was her passion. And then she would leave to go to her other job, and she was like the sex kitten type thing. So it was really strange to me. I found it strange. And I had a really hard time understanding the decisions that she was making throughout both of these books, and I didn't understand why she was doing some of the things she was doing. I didn't understand why they were necessary. So it was just kind of that as well. Like I didn't get it. I also felt like she was taking the lives of people that she didn't need to take the lives of. There were people who died in here that weren't necessary, and I felt like it was just a shock factor or to make you feel something more for Judith. I don't know what it was, but I didn't like it. And I don't know. To me, she seemed so fake, and I didn't know what was real and what wasn't, and it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and I had a really, really hard time relating to any of it. Let's talk about the sex scenes, because that is a big, hot topic issue with these books. So there were some really explicit sex scenes in here, and I am talking straight up raunchy. Now, I don't mind that normally. Normally, like sex scenes, whatever's happening in them, like I don't mind it. But for some reason, these sex scenes really just were over the top for me. And the descriptions I felt were not necessary. I think there could have been a more tasteful way that they could have been done. And I don't know if it was because I already wasn't really enjoying the book anyway, and then they threw that in there and I was just like, ooh. I think it may also be because there was a very abundant use of the C word in here, as in see you next Tuesday. And I hate that word. That is a word that physically makes me cringe. So just to keep seeing that over and over and over again, like in both of these books all the time, I just went, ooh, God, just stop using that word, you know? Yeah, but I don't know. I'm telling you, like the sex scenes in here really bothered me. And that is so strange to me because they normally, I've read some stuff, but these were just, they were so over the top and so overdone, I think. And I think it was written, you know, really to shock you. And it didn't shock me. It just made me do that. And unfortunately, I think that that really took away a lot of the story for me. Like, I understand, you know, this is a character who was open about her sexuality. She didn't care. She had sex with anyone and everyone. It didn't matter. She has had sex scenes with men, women, both. It doesn't matter to her. And okay, sure, own that. All right. But I don't need that many details about a woman's body. I don't. So unfortunately, I think that really just took away a lot of my enjoyment of the story. And I have a feeling that if the sex scenes were not as overly done as they were, I might have enjoyed these a little bit more and I might have gave them a higher rating, because I feel like the story was good and it had a lot of action in it. It really did. But I still felt really, really underwhelmed. And then, you know, to throw in these just sex scenes that made me cringe, it didn't help. So unfortunately, these books were not for me. I gave them both 2 stars, and I will not be continuing with the series because Domina actually did leave off on a cliffhanger, but I don't care. So I have seen a lot of reviews that are kind of similar to mine, like the feelings were kind of the same as me, but I've also seen some positive reviews. So I will link at least one positive review that I watched recently. I will link her review down below. So if you guys want to see the opposite side and see why she liked it versus why I didn't like it, then I think that might help you make more of a decision on whether you or not you want to read this. Because I feel like this is a series that a lot of people are wanting to read, but when they do read them, they don't like them, or they're hearing bad things, so they're not getting it. But I really do think you need to listen to both sides and see, you know, what is bothering me may not bother you, or, you know, vice versa. So I think you should at least watch some reviews that are positive as well. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for me today. Again, I will leave some positive reviews down below, and then I will also leave links to these books for Amazon. If it is something that you guys decide you do want to pick up and give a try, definitely go for it. And please let me know if you guys have any questions, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.